This is 2007 Mercedes Benz SL55. Customer came in, said his trunk, when you do this, it's supposed to go down by itself. It wasn't doing it. So what we found out is this trunk latch here, there is a pump. That's a vacuum pump. That wasn't working right. So to get to this latch, there's a whole bunch of plastic clips. You're gonna pry that off. This plastic trim comes out. And then the two Torx screws, remove that. Then you pull down this panel here. You gotta take them all down. Now underneath, let me get a flashlight so we can see it better. Okay, so underneath, see that white pump right there? That latch and the pump is all in one. Replacement pump, new one obviously, is very expensive. Even for the used one on eBay, they are expensive. This is not for this car. This is for 2002. Now, if you look at this tank right here, let me see this one. There is a part number there. This part number is the same for all those latch for the trunk. I'm going to show you the one that belongs to the other car. Okay, this is the one. So as you can see, they sell for around $250 versus for other vehicles, they are quite a bit less. Now, if I click here, let me see if I can zoom it in. Let me see if I can zoom it in somehow. This white pump, which is a vacuum pump, they are all the same. I found out all you have to do is, if this one is no good, in our case, this one of the top portion is cracked and the vacuum wasn't working, obviously. So I didn't have to buy this entire unit for $250. Rather, I found the least expensive one that has that white pump, like this one. All I had to do is remove these two clips on the side, heat it up, because this is a hard plastic. So if you try to pull this out, it's going to be quite difficult. So I used the heat gun to heat this entire plastic panel, loosen that up. Then I was able to bend these tabs and pump comes out. I got the pump out of this one, so I used the heat gun to heat this one up. The both side pump slides in like this, and it hooks to the lever, hooks to this. So when the vacuum comes in, it actually pushes the rod, the black rod out, and do this and do that. That grabs the trunk lip. Then it pulls down like this, which makes the trunk to go down smoothly from the vacuum. That wasn't working because of this vacuum pump was damaged. So all you have to do is buy any of these, least expensive one with the vacuum pump here, remove that, heat it up, remove that, hook it here, and put it back on. That's all you have to do. Now, once we have done that, if the pump is working right, when you do this, they're supposed to suck down like this. So you heard that noise? It wasn't working. So the reason for that is, whenever that vacuum is not working, it kind of stops the pump to the vacuum pump, which is hidden somewhere in the trunk. It stops the circuit. You have to reset it. Here's how you reset. Okay, this is the passenger side behind the seat. There is a compartment here. You open this compartment, there is a cutout. This panel can be removed. Underneath, there is a hidden fuse. There's a whole bunch of fuses there. This 20 amp fuse, that is the fuse for the pump, the vacuum pump that controls the door locks and the trunk. So what happens is, if you have a defective pump in the trunk or anything that vacuum leaks, to prevent the motor to running constantly, it shuts off that circuit. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to reset the pump. What you do is you remove this 20 amp fuse. I'm going to put my finger right there. This yellow 20 amp fuse, remove it, leave it out for about a minute or so. You put it back in. Now what you're doing is you are resetting the pump that creates the vacuum, which is in the trunk. And you may hear that noise go and it resets the pump. Once you have done that, this circuit, that yellow line right here, that is the vacuum line, and that's getting a pressure build up to that white tank. I have an old one. This is the original pump that was cracked. We tried to glue it on. It didn't work out. So again, this one is universal for all the Mercedes. As long as it has the white tank like this, there's a part number written on it. You can see it. That part number is all universal. So all you're gonna do is find the least expensive latch. I found one for $55. You pull this out, you heat it up with a heat gun, loosen these locking tabs, spread out, pop this out. There is a black lever that locks into this pin right there. Gently pull that out, then remove this, put it to the new latch, which is not this one, the original one, and stick it back in. It may still not work until you reset the fuse, that yellow 20 amp fuse right there. By removing it, put it back in, then you should be able to close this one up. Then it goes down. So if your pump doesn't close this all the way down for some reason, that's how you reset it.